Hi, my name is Jackie Scott and I'm from Creative Memories, and we have these fantastic recipe templates and a whole lot in the range. That some of them are quite easy and others are a little bit more complicated, but our latest one is called the Botanical Burst, and oops, it's stuck to the packaging. But I'm here today to show you how this fantastic template works. So as you can see, this is the example they've given on the template, in which you could cut the center as a photo and then create all the different petals on it and place it onto a decorative designer piece of paper. Or you could just cut the blue lines where it shows you the blue, and it shows you this one. And in this example, they have used just all photos. It looks like a field of lavender, which is beautiful, as well as a few papers. So when you get the template and take it out of its packaging, this is what it'll look like. And as you can see, it could be quite overwhelming. There's a lot to it. So if you use the back of this piece of paper packaging, and in black, you can see I've marked out in black pen, I've marked out the whole template, so you can see that. But what I've also done, so I like to look at these templates and say, okay, where can I put photos? So what I've shown you here in the different colour markings, so you can get a jumbo circle, a whole circle out of this, and just use the corner pieces to create a beautiful design. Or you could use the yellow sections here to do almost like a four petaled, simple 4-petaled flower, and they will fit our CCS circle, and I'll explain about that shortly. Or you could do this red section here, which is the section I'm going to use, and put 4 photos here. That is exactly what I'm going to do. And then I can take those extra petal bits. And or you can do a large circle in the middle, which would be the next size up from this, I believe. Let me grab that. We'll have a look. So I think you'd get one in there with the red blade, just if you have a large photo and you just want to put one photo in the middle. So there's lots and lots of options it has. So it means that this actual template is very multi-use, and I like anything that you can use a lot of. So let's start. I've gone ahead and looked at my photos, and I've already cut 3 of them. So because I am going to do this one, I've got 6x4 photos. So I'm going to use the custom cutting system. And if you haven't seen that in action before, we're going to give you a quick glimpse of how it works. They come with 3 different size cutting system, and you can purchase 3 different size, let me grab the other one, blades. And how that works is usually, and I'll find the guide for you so you can see that. Usually you use the guide, you line it up over your photos to which one you wish to cut with. Put them all there so you can see. And as you can see, on the outside, the blue will give you the largest cut, and on the inside, the blue will give you the smallest cut. So then the green's in the middle and the red's either side. So using the guide, you can usually get it pretty well spot on, and after lots of uses, you don't even need the guide. But we're going to use the guide today so I can show you exactly how that works. So I've only got 1 more photo to go. I'm using the smallest one. So let's have a look. Now let's check to see what we want to cut in the photo. I would like to try to get my daughter's face. It's her 21st birthday. And so probably her cutting the top part of the cake and her hair and that section, I don't know whether you can see that right there, would be perfect. So now how we work out where that is going to line up. So I'm going to use the template, and the red blade is all I'll need. So we line that up roughly where we think it needs to go. And I can just about usually use these without the guide, but let's double check. And if you line up the black edge of the template, you can see exactly where the red's going to fall. Now, because of this template, we will end up with one flat edge. So if I was going to use that there, you could see I'd lose part of the cake. So I may end up using it this side. So you might need to take that into account where you're going to use it. So you can see what's by this one, what's going to be cut out of your cake, whether I use that whole part or I just use from here to here, and I might end up using the whole part, and then we'll just end up with a circle in the middle. But be mindful of what you're going to cut out of it. So let's go ahead and cut that now. Now, because our blades actually swivel, it makes it very easy to cut. So the two little knobs there, lugs, need to go inside the track. And if I show you that on a different on one of the other templates, they will just, they're in the track and they will just slide around. So it's as simple as that. I've probably had these custom cutting templates for nearly 20 years, so they last a long time. And we just need to keep heading in the same circle on your self-healing mat. Go around a couple of times just to make sure we're cut all the way through, make sure it's moved, and that is cut. So there's my fourth circle cut, ready to go. So now the next step, move those onto one side, is I'm going to mat those onto cardstock, and I've already gone ahead and pre-cut 3 of the circles, so we'll do the 4th one. And so it needs to be that small circle once again with the green blade though instead of the red, and that will produce, I can show you, a really lovely mat. So then you can, once you mat them, you can work out exactly where you want to put them within your frame, your template. So let's go ahead and cut that. And if you don't know these templates, use the guide to make sure you're not going to end up with a circle with a flat side. So there we go, we've used that. We can finish with that. And now we have our 4 circles cut out and our amounts for them. So we might go ahead and mount those right now for you. 2, 3, 4. One of our tape runners, which is the best tape on the market. It lasts forever. So 1. Now I have not done this template before, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise for me too to see how this comes out. I have seen a few examples of it, and it is a beautiful template. Now I chose yellow because her cake had little bees on it and music notes. So I decided black and yellow would be absolutely perfect. And one of her oversized balloons. Perfect. So there's our photos all ready to go. Now, if we grab our guide that we drew up, we can use that to have a look at where our photo placement might end up. I'm looking, thinking maybe this might be good. I might take that, swap those around. That to the top. Oh no, that's going to go on the side. Maybe that one to the top, because we'll lose that little bit over there. So if we pop our guide back over, you can roughly see now, move that one into place, where they're going to line up once you take the guide away. You can see roughly where that's going to line up. So that's our photos sorted. We will have to work out, and I'll probably use the whole amount and just do a small circle in the center. Now if I'm going to do that, let's have a look at, whilst we're here, we can cut a custom circle right in the center, and that looks like it's on the largest one on the inside with the blue blade. So I can probably go ahead and cut that right now, and then we know what's going in the center. So I am using the Botanical Burst papers and embellishments. You can currently buy a bundle from Creative Memories, and there's lots of papers. As you can see, there's a pink, a yellow, a blue, and a green. And the bundle comes with these extra stickers, as well as the Great Length stickers, and 4 packs of beautiful, beautiful flowers. I'm probably only going to use the yellow papers and the yellow flowers, possibly some of the green, but we'll see how we go. But they are absolutely, they're all foiled and absolutely beautiful, and lots and lots and lots to pick from. So let's go ahead. Now I've gone and picked some papers out of the yellow that I would like to use, and I'm thinking these 3. And I think I will use this one in the center, because if I put lettering or put a title onto that, it's a little bit more plain. I think this one might work well, and we'll use these brighter ones in the larger sections. So let's go ahead and cut. Now I said larger circle inside blue blade, and we should have our centerpiece done. Then I'm cutting out photos, so we will try to make it with the inside with the blue blade. There you go. This is what happens when you make decisions on the run. Okay, let's go. And that moved slightly, but did we? Oh, yes, we still got it perfect. So that will be our inside. And that looks great already. I can see that. Let me show you. So you can see there's our pieces coming together. The rest of it, I think, is going to be all now cut by hand. And so what that will mean is it will, let me pop that to one side, is it will mean that we will need to use a pencil and some scissors and some lovely papers to fussy cut. So let me go ahead and do all that for you, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we've just about fussy cut all of our pieces out, and I hope you can see that with the shadowing. And I've only got the corner pieces to go, and I thought I'll show you how to do those, and then we'll show you how to put it all together. So when I use the template, I trace it out with a pencil, but what I like to do is choose the colour I'm going to use, which in this case I want to use these lovely spots with a floral print on it. but then I turn it upside down because then I don't have to rub out my pencil tracings. So it's just these corners on the template we're going to cut out. So because they're all the same, I can actually just use the same corner and trace out 4 of them and fussy cut them out with our micro tip scissors. So let me show you that. And you can see when you have all the lines laid out, it makes it on the back of the sheet that comes with the template, it makes it nice and easy to see where your things are going. So you can see there's one. I'll pop that in the corner. Perfect. Get rid of that. And we'll keep going. And then the only other thing I need to find to show you is our little clips. You will need 4 of them to hold the template in place while you would adhere everything down. And I'll get that ready for you very shortly. But who wants to rub pencil marks out if you don't have to, right? So we'll get all of those in place. Now, the only time you would want to rub them out is if you have a pattern that you want to capture a certain part of your pattern on the paper, then you might want to put it the right way up and see exactly where you're tracing over, so you know exactly what part you are going to cut out. All right, one more to go. And that's looking good. Our last piece. And I have to cut one more circle for the center, which I will show you. Now you could just cut all your circles by scissors if you like. But the custom cutting system gives such an accurate cut. That's wonderful. So I have all my pieces out, and now this large circle in the center, I wish to cut that. And if you use the smallest template and the blue blade, it will fit perfectly. So I'll cut one of those out, trying not to waste too much of our paper because it's so beautiful. Let's see. Going to make that. Oh, we're pretty close. And you definitely want to make sure you get it in for this because you are going to see every part of it. So there we go. There's our last circle, and that's going to line up in the middle. I think that'll be fine. Right, so if I show you, that's pretty much, well, how it's all going to lay out. I'm sorry, I've got shadowing from my window in the way. Now to put it all together, because, as I said, I wanted to use yellow and black, I'm going to use a sheet of Creative Memories black shimmer paper because it is perfect. So if you pop the template down and you can see the Creative Memories looking at you, you know you've always got it the right way up. And it's always a great guide to see exactly where it is. So we line it up, and using our clips, which is just perfect for this, we can hold it. You get 4 clips in a pack. Hope you can see those. Exactly in place. So let's see. I can get this right for you. 1, 2, 3. These templates end up looking like a masterpiece when they're done. They look fantastic, but once you've done a couple of them, they're actually not very hard to do, and they look fantastic. So there we go. We are ready to stick down. My suggestion is you stick your photos down first, and some of the pieces you will need to lift the template for that. So for my photos, they're going to go in this section here, if you remember. So you'll need to probably lift those and pop them in beforehand. So let's see how we go. And I might use repositionable tape instead of normal tape for this. The repositionable tape takes about 48 hours to cure, and it just allows us to move things if we need to, which is perfect for these templates. So let's slide it under, and let's see if we can get that exactly where we want it to go. A gorgeous little smiling face there. Perfect. And we'll pop our cake in at the top. And because I had already pre-laid out everything on the back of that card, there's no guesswork. It allows for us to get it exactly where we wish to get it. Line that up with the template. Perfect. Cutting of the cake with her enthusiastic face, because of what every girl 21 needs to have. Happy she's finally turning 21. Slide that in place. Beautiful. And the last one is of her balloon that says she's 21. We'll go down the bottom. So let me lift this, see if we can get it in place. Make sure we're not cutting out any of the 21, which I might end up doing. Now that jumbo circle I have in the middle, I can see that's already going to cut into that. So I may have to rethink. As I said, I haven't done this one before, so it may be just this one in the middle, because I don't want to cut out the 21. I was going to put this over the top. As you can see, I'm going to lose too much of my 21 because I didn't think about that when I cut out the photo, and I probably could have moved it down on my template a little bit further. But anyway, that's okay. Maybe we just do this and that will work. So now it's the rest of it is putting the rest in place, and you shouldn't have to lift anything from now on. You should be able to just slot it into place. So if we just start with that one, tape runner, work out which way we want our flowers to go. I think that looks pretty good. Away we go. And then it's just a matter of popping all the rest of the little bits into place. Now I like to use a bit of an acrylic mat with the repositionable tape instead of using my cutting mat. The reason being is because it will come off, wash off this acrylic paper easier than it will off my cutting mat. So let's grab a multi-purpose tool and lift that. It's not really in the spot I need it to be. And with this tape, it allows you to do that. As you'll probably see, my fussy cutting is not perfect, but we're going to try to make it look pretty good. So next one in place. And we just keep going until it's all finished. You'll see, once you lift the template away, you'll see how great it looks. Just working through all these little pieces. This template does in particular have a lot of little pieces, so it is a little bit fussier to put together than some of the others, but I think it depends on what you choose. You may choose to just only use certain sections of the template. There we go. Perfect. Get this in place, nice big piece, and we'll start seeing it come together. And I'll work out what I'm going to do here, whether I even just use small pieces of the paper there instead. Have a look at that. Everything is very adaptable though, which, you know, your photos are the main piece of work and everything will adapt around it. Okay. I've been dying to have a play with this template. So it's exciting that I'm getting to do it for you today. And we might come back to you when I've got it all put down and show you what it's going to look like when we take it away. Okay, now I've got all my pieces in place and we're ready to reveal how it looks when we take our template off. So if we take all the clips off, I'm quite excited about this because hopefully it's come out exactly how I'd like it. And we lift our template away. Now if you love fussy cutting, you are going to love one of these templates. And this is what we're left with. And I'm really happy with that. That's fantastic. So our last little bit of the puzzle was to add some embellishments. Now with the Botanical Burst flowers, get lots and lots of little flowers. And you'll also get these really cute little petals. They come apart as singly. I've already stuck these together with a bit of repositionable tape. So you can add those together to create a layered flower. And I thought I'd pop that one on top. So let's get this finished. And you could put a lovely gemstone in the middle. Let's have a look and see what we've got to go in that. Depends on whether you like to use the gemstones or not. I like these flatter ones that are a little bit softer, so we might see what we've got to use in one of those. I wonder whether we can use just one of those there. Oh, that looks fantastic. Little dots on it. And that's going to go in the middle. And I've also picked out some leaves to go with it. So let's add these. Now I spoke earlier about adding the circle, extra circle that I cut out, but then I realized it would take away too much of the 21, so I've decided not to do that and just leave it without, because we really need to be able to see that she's turning 21. Let's have a look and see where that goes. And I think the leaves just add the final touch to it. Put that out a little bit. And the other side. It's such a clever template, and all the work is done for you. Now these retail at $21. So for $21, you're going to get a lot of uses out of that. Let's go this side. Let's move that a little bit. The best thing about repositionable tape, you can move things a lot. We'll pop that there. We don't want it going across her face. Move that there. Even out a little bit more. It'll be fine. And then we can pop that down. Now you could use foam squares if you like. I'm happy to just use some repositionable tape. And the only other thing I wanted to add was a couple of little embellishments. Now, as I said earlier, her cake had bees on it. So I've pulled out the Spring Cottage stickers because I realised that they had the cutest little bee, couple of really cute little bees on there that I could put to good use. It's just a matter of finding a spot for them that's going to work. I am not sure where I'm going to put these now. I really would like that to go somewhere towards the centre, so I think I'll put that there. There's a couple of other smaller ones. Probably even pop you here. And the last one, I might just pop in that little gap there. And that's our finished template. Now, if you like what you've seen here today, pop over to our Creative Memories Queensland page. My link will be there to my website. And if you love everything you see, have a look at the Advisor Join offer. Now, anyone who decides to join under me with Creative Memories in the next 24 hours, you will go into a prize draw to receive 2 exclusive punches. Now let me grab these for you. So the wheat field and the fringe border are not available or have not been available to purchase. They were a promo offer only. So if you don't have those and you think you'd like to join my team and have fun playing with Creative Memories product, sign up with me today before 6 p.m. on Monday night, and you'll go into the draw to possibly win these valued at over $93. Okay, thank you very much.